Raising a child who is on the spectrum can drastically change the dynamic of any family. There are so many questions for parents. What can I do? How can I help my child? Well, a local author knows about this all too well. She raised a neurodivergent child. Joining us now is Robin Bishop McRae and her son, Patrick Jefferson. Thank you both for being here.
Good morning or good day.
Yeah,
it's our pleasure.
Definitely. This is when we saw the book and we saw the theme. It was so important for us to definitely reach on out. So what does it mean to have a neurodivergent child, Miss Robin?
That's a great question. So neurodiversity refers to everything from ADHD to ADD, autism, Tourette's, and the list goes on and on. Some of it may even be post-traumatic syndrome.
Oh, wow.
So that's those are some of the new research based findings. So it means that you will have to move into a zone of almost solitary confinement. And I say that because people, especially with autism, every single case of autism is so authentic. It is so different. It's not a cookie cutter. So you have to live in the zone of this may work today, but it doesn't work tomorrow. Or as we move into greater advancements, that worked last week, but it may not work for this situation.
What was your experience like, and we're going to get to your son in a moment, what was your experience like as a mother realizing that there would be different challenges?
I had to learn first to accept some of the inabilities as well as identify the strengths.
Identifying the strengths.
Right, and then harp on the strengths and move forward through that. That gave me hope. It also provided me with a compass towards success.
Patrick, what was it like for you growing up and knowing that you needed some extra attention?
I felt like that from my peers' perspective, some of them thought, oh, why does he need help? Or why can he take more time to do homework or take more time to do tests or quizzes, and some of them thought it was unfair, or sometimes when I would have to do that, they would be like, well, I don't have to do that. I mean, and they,
Gotcha.
And then teasing, teasing and bullying,
So that was what was that like? The teasing and bullying, was that like a major aspect for you seeing that?
I've had in elementary school some some bullies and stuff.
Wow. So Robin, as a parent, what about you? There are different stages that parents are experiencing. So what are some of those stages? Because there might be a parent who's watching who might say, yeah, I know what she's talking about.
Precisely. So I think the first step is acceptance. We have to accept that there may be a learning difference. There may be some social differences there. Next, I think the path would be moving into resources. We are very blessed in this era that we have resources, that people are more open about disabilities. 25 years ago, which Patrick is 25, resources were not as available. And then finally, I think we have to move into building what I mentioned in my book, which is called ladder holders. Now, I don't know about you, but anytime that I get ready to step on a ladder, whether it be a step ladder or a traditional ladder, I am fearful. And that's exactly how it feels. I'm stepping onto a ladder, I'm trying to reach a goal, but oh my goodness, is anyone going to help me as I climb this ladder? So who's holding your ladder? That's one of the chapters in the book. Who is holding my ladder?
And speak about this book here. You recently had a book signing not too long ago. So the name of your book, and where did it come from?
All right, so the book is based off, I am a spiritual person, and so it is based off of Psalms 139, which says that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. It's titled Awesomely Made. Awesomely Made, but it has a play on words in the spelling, AUsomely AUsomely Made.
Oh, okay.
So it comes from the stem of autism. But the book has 18 wonderful chapters. It's in the format of a devotional. Each chapter highlights a name of God that came from my prayer journals. It gives a summation of a situation, everything from medication to bullying to acceptance of Patrick's disability.
Where you said that 25 years ago, there was a lot that wasn't here. So resource, how important is it to have that person holding the ladder?
Exactly. I was a primary parent at that time. Patrick's father was in his life, but not on a daily basis. He lived in another state. And I had family members that were educated and individuals that seemed like they would have understood autism, but it was such a hidden experience, if you may.
Okay.
So consequently, I had to venture through it very much by teaching my family. So
Gotcha.
I needed those ladder holders, even if it meant that you just did something like teaching him how to tie, teaching him tie, teaching him how to shake hands and look eye to eye, which is not something common for individuals with autism. If it meant helping you to make adjustments or accommodations in settings.
And that's something,
And
gotcha.
so that because transitions are typically very difficult with individuals on the spectrum.
Patrick, speak to that transition as we go up for a close here. Meeting you, I would not have thought that you were on the spectrum. I would not have thought. What has that been like from going to childhood to now you're an adult and you're maintaining your sense of independence?
Well, a lot. I do actually get that a lot throughout my years of living. Like usually I'll be at work and I'll tell somebody, oh, I'm autistic, and they're like, oh, I didn't know. And it was and it's like and they're like, oh, you don't look autistic, and that's kind of what does that mean?
That goes back to what you mentioned, like being autism is being on the spectrum. There's a whole different range of it. So if someone's watching, how can they get in contact with you, and also how can they get the book?
Excellent. So we do have a website out there that you can certainly visit, but you have to deal with that spelling of the term.
Okay.
The book is available on Amazon for a very reasonable price. You may also visit our website for any bookings if you're interested in professional development. We do have a consulting service where we support individuals or schools. For instance, we have a professional development coming up in September, which is available on our website, which is titled Square Pegs and Round Holes.
Square pegs and round holes, and would that be about helping parents dealing with autism as well?
Exactly. Parents, educators in particular, because the workshop is designed for whether it be children's church, private schools, all of those entities, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, troops, but finding ways to support. I never ever tried to pull Patrick out of social settings. He took karate, he went to Boy Scouts, all of that. And yes, I had to endure the rejection. Very candidly, we've lost jobs before for people not understanding. We've been kicked out of we've been expelled from 3 schools. So all of those experiences, but in order to get the book, visit our website or go to Amazon and type in AUsomely Made, Awesomely Made. So www.ausomelymade.com.
Yes. Thank you so much for being here, Patrick. Thank you so much for being here.
No
Absolutely,
problem.
definitely. Thank you so much.
No problem.
We appreciate it. And of course, folks will have more information on our website and a link to their website at WACH.com.